Reaction. Fox News contributors Tucker Carlson, Monica Crowley, and the host of Justice, Judge Jeanine Pirro. Judge, that doesn't surprise me. The MRC is there, but also WikiLeaks. They had the names of 65 so-called journalists that they're whining and dining, and then the names of all the others that they're colluding with, from Politico, the New York Times, CNBC, CNN, MSNBC. It's all there. I said in 2008, journalism is dead. You're all a bunch of hacks, phonies, liars, and you're corrupt. And they lecture me because I'm honest and I say I give opinion.
You know what this shows, Sean? It shows that there is an octopus of connections. And that's an octopus of connections.
Yeah.
And it's all related to power and money. And people who are honest are left out. The American public is being left out. Everybody who's an ordinary American is not a part of this game. And for anyone to think that a democratically elected president in the name of Hillary Clinton is going to help you, they're just wrong. And whether it's the media or it's the Department of Justice, the FBI with the email scandal and with the Clinton pay for play, this is all corrupt. And I've never thought this before. Sean, I'm so disappointed.
You are so naive. I've always known it's corrupt. I know you have a good heart. You've worked with honest people in your life, but it stinks to high heaven. The only thing I've learned is it's worse than I thought. You know, and Trump's right. Cheryl Atkinson called this Newsgate 2016.
And the gate suffix, actually, Jeanine and I were talking about this behind the scenes. My old boss, former President Richard Nixon, what he did was child's play compared to the range of corruption and collusion that we have seen through this administration, where pretty much every day has been an impeachable offense. Every day of the 4 years that Mrs. Clinton was Secretary of State, she was leveraging her public office to enrich herself and empower herself and her family's foundation. Donald Trump is right to point this out, but I would say this. He should be making an even bigger point, which is in this country, we take certain foundations of our system for granted. But under Obama and Clinton, those foundations don't exist anymore. And by that, I mean an independent, impartial, and fair Department of Justice, FBI, and a fair, objective press that's only interested in the truth. Without those cornerstones, without an impartial entity to enforce the law evenly, whether it's the FBI, the DOJ, or the press to investigate, we have nothing in this country, Sean.
It's gone.
It's gone. No, I agree.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it's a contribution. And they're the biggest donors to the Clinton campaign. And Tucker, they're so dishonest to the American people. They're being wined and dined and fed, and they're offering edit opportunities. The New York Times, Politico, CNBC offering advice, Univision offering advice. It is rigged. Donald Trump is right. The press is against him. And when he points them out and they get all upset that people turn and boo them, too bad, because they've lied to all the people that are at those rallies.
And you don't even need to go on WikiLeaks to determine that. You can go on Twitter, where every reporter you watch, every reporter whose pieces you read is on there displaying his own opinion, and they're uniformly on one side.
Oh, they're like you and me
really
and Monica and Judge Jeanine.
Everybody else, I can promise you
Except
that.
we're honest.
What bothers me is not that the press is not objective. They rarely are. It's not that they're liberal. They always have been. It's that they are suddenly siding with power. They're the Praetorian Guard for the establishment. That is a really ominous thing, because they join big business, academia, Hollywood, the tech community, the entire political class. Every power center in the United States is on one side, and the press has joined them. The press is supposed to be the watchdog, keeping them honest, making sure they don't misuse that power, but they aren't.
I got an exit question. All right, so I agree. He's up against the media establishment, the globalist establishment, the Republican establishment, big time, and the Democratic establishment. Is Michael Moore right? Michael Moore, never thought I'd ever quote you, Michael. Anyway, big night tonight. Michael Moore right that the American people are going to put a big middle finger up the face of all of these elites this year.
You know what? I believe that he is right. And when you've got George Stephanopoulos interviewing a woman running for president to whom he gave $75,000 to the campaign and not admitting it, when you've got Donna Brazile sending an email to the Clinton campaign, then the American public knows it's not real. Does this big F real whatever
happen?
I think so. Given the monolithic opposition to Donald Trump, if he pulls this off, this will be a straight-up miracle, but the miracle is in the hands of the American public.
Tucker, last word.
I'll say this for Michael Moore. I don't agree with anything he says, but he's from the industrial Midwest, and so he's seen the downside of these policies from Washington and New York, and at least he sort of cares about the people punished by these policies.
Hey, 95 million Americans out of work. 95 million Americans, 13 million more on food stamps, 8 million more in poverty. We doubled the debt. If we either fix it now or we're screwed, totally. All right, good to see you all. Coming up.